Good morning, YouTubers. This is Tony Soromoto with another quick review on a 2007 Mercedes-Benz ML350 all-wheel drive. It's a V6 engine. The problem with this car, she got stuck on the freeway. She got stuck in the freeway and one run, crank over by one run. So, week ago, it was delivered by a towing truck. So, I managed to push it inside my shop. And the first thing I do is hook up my scanner and find out what codes they have, besides all the problems. So, I find out that the crankshaft position sensor was low input, which means sometimes that, it's not going to run because there is no signal from the sensor into the injectors. And then I put in a new sensor and the light go away, no more code for the crankshaft position sensor. And then the basic thing you do is every car has a valve, so you can check the pressure. So I checked the pressure on this thing, and there's no pressure coming out. It was zero pressure. I'm talking about fuel pressure, no pressure. So the next step was testing the fuel pump. Okay, I think I need more coffee. So what I did is, the first thing I did is check for power into the plug. So this is the plug, and I don't know if you can focus right here, but the red wire is hot when the key is on or when it's cranking, and the brown wire is ground. These other two is for the fuel level sensor. Okay, so I got power and I got ground. Okay, coming from the ignition key, and I didn't hear the fuel pump coming on. So when you turn the key on, you're supposed to hear the fuel pump coming on and turning the fuel pump off. Anyways, so I find out the fuel pump was a problem too. Okay, so I want to review this because some of you only change the fuel pump, but you don't change the filter. Right, and the other side is the filter. If you only change the pump, the filter is probably bad as, for many years, and they turn bad. That's the number one reason why the fuel pump seizes up or stop working, because the fuel filter is bad. You know what I mean? So I went online and I find out a guy who's selling the whole Mercedes-Benz for parts. So I talked to him and he said, yeah, come over, and then I surprised, the brand new fuel pump and fuel filter. I said, I take it, man. I pay less, but the original price is about $700 for both. That's a lot of money. So I went over there, but I told the guy that I need to have my special tool so I can remove the plastic or safety, how you can call this, safety locking ring or big freaking washer, plastic washer, how you call this. So I went online too and I gave me one of those tools. And the way it sits is like this on top of the big washer or locking nut or whatever you want to call them. So the way it works like that, you put them on, and then you use a 3/8 extension with a 3/8 ratchet, and then put them right here, and then turn. like this. That's how it works. Once maybe two turns, and that you can do it by hand. And then once you take this thing out like this, so the way it goes is like this, like that. So once this thing will come off, and they unplug the connectors, which is this one, unplug it out, and then you can remove this thing. But one thing I wanna show you, okay, because many of you don't know, the pump might come out like this, as it is, as you can see, like this. But some of those Mercedes-Benz, they have they have like an extra connector here, and a hose that runs into here, and a hose and another little hose that runs into, you can say, vacuum or extra fuel line. How do I know this? Because when I get the part from the other car, it was a 2008 Mercedes-Benz, same thing, same model, same everything, but newer. They have this hole, okay? This is original from the car that I'm working on it. They have this hole, and then in the other fuel pump, the new fuel pump, this hole was right here where you can see right here. It was sealed with the same plastic. And this pump had a hose coming right here, and then another, you can say, like a clip goes in here, and then a hose comes around like this, and it clips into here. And this hose has a small hose with a filter. So I'm thinking that this hole fills inside of the cabin for the fuel pump. I know when you put them in there, automatically sinks. But what happens when you run low in fuel? What happens when one side is very low? How you gonna keep this full if this thing is sucking fuel and finish the fuel inside? Well, this is designed so whatever angle is the vehicle, up and down, reclining or going up or going down, the fuel always is full inside here. How? Pump sucks fuel in here, goes in the bottom, sucks fuel, and pump fuel into here, filling the whole thing inside. I know, believe me, it's very hard to explain, but I hope you understand. So one thing I did is find something like this, because before I put the fuel pump, before I start working on it, I want to look. When I remove this hose, I notice that this thing is all the way in. Like, see that? And the other fuel pump was, boom, stopped it right there. I said, wait a minute, this is not right. Even if you put the new fuel pump like that, I'm thinking maybe one day it's gonna run out of fuel inside, and then you're gonna wait until that thing fills with fuel again. I don't know how it works. I don't know how it's designed or why it's designed like that, but that's what I'm finding out. So I noticed that I removed the hose, and I noticed it's all the way in, and then the new fuel pump, when I put this thing here, it stopped right there because it was sealed. So what I did is this. I find out a drill bit small enough to fit in here, and I just drill it. Drill it all the way in. Don't hit the motor just until it clears. Take it out. Don't worry about the plastic stuff, because when you're taking it out, the plastic will come out. If it doesn't come out, you try, in my case it come out, but if yours doesn't come out, just try to remove it with something, okay? And then put the new hose and everything the way it is, because for some reason it's designed like that, okay? In my opinion, the way they design it, so this little hole with the vacuum pumps fuel into here and fills it with fuel all the time. Okay, so this is my quick review. Okay, now let me show you in here. how. So as you can see right there, this is the hose that I'm talking about. And I take it out and I drill a hole in there, but of course outside, the fuel pump was outside. And I drill a hole and I start it up and it runs. It runs. So that's the hose that I'm talking about, the pump fuel in here. And this hose goes in there with another filter, and when you start the car, it sucks fuel and then pump it here all the time. So you never run out of fuel, no matter what. Okay? And another thing, okay, take a look, right? That's how it's supposed to be. Okay? And another thing, don't forget to change your filter. Okay? Don't listen to those mechanics that tell you, oh, you don't need it, you just change your fuel pump. Change your filter. I know that sucker is like a $400, $500. That thing is $500. You know, this customer is getting so lucky with me and so happy when I tell him the price. She was crying. She was so happy, like, oh my God, you're such a nice guy, such a good mechanic. I said, okay, then it's okay, it's enough. Don't worry about it. I like to, you know, don't be that expensive mechanic, but appreciate your business. If you know, you tell everybody else, yes, of course. So that's the hose. So this thing goes on the other side, okay? But you need to put the hose first. When you put the hose first, you need to push the hose into the rear driver's side. It's passenger side. So the way it is, you put the hoses first, and the hoses in the gas, through the bottom, until it reaches the other side. And then once you did that, then you put the new ring and then the new locking ring or knot or whatever you want to call them, and then get it done. So this is my quick review. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain to you. And before you installing the fuel pump or any other questions why you need to check the new fuel pump, make sure it's the same as the other one. Make sure it's the same as the original. So let me know, leave some comments, and then I'll try to answer the best I can. Thank you.